currently 4 in the morning, and something came over me as I woke up randomly and I couldn't sleep. Something came over me and I realized that you need to be extreme if you want any part of your life to actually change. And I don't mean like be extreme in the way where you take massive action and kill yourself with discipline. That's not what I mean. I mean, if you genuinely think about where you are right now and where you want to be, think about every single time that you engage with something that pulls your energy away. It is pulling your energy away from what you actually want. It is pulling your energy away from you. And this is what I mean when I say morning. This is what I mean when I say you need to be extreme. You need to be extreme in protecting your energy. And if this means that you go through a period where you're isolated from a lot of what you know and what you're familiar with, then that is the sacrifice that you're going to have to make. And it won't be a difficult sacrifice, because I had this realization the other day, and this is the reason why I'm filming this at this early hour, which normally I don't wake up at this hour. Normally I wake up way later, but this was really stirring in me because every time I noticed this, every single time that I came away from a social situation that I was familiar with, every time I came away from like a familiar habit, something that I was doing or have been doing that has been pulling my energy away from me, I normally notice that every single time I would do this, watch a reel or hang out with an old friend or any of these things, I would legit get more anxiety, like double the anxiety the next day. And I was even getting some anxiety this morning as I was sitting in bed. And the only thing that I can conclude as to the reason why I was feeling this way was because my energy was just siphoned. Like, this is what I'm realizing about people, someone like Jesus who withdrew from the world and who spent time alone in his own sanctuary. This is what I'm realizing about all of the greatest men of history, is they always had a chance and they always realized that they could not entertain the external world any longer, because they realized that the only thing that came from them, the only time that they would actually get anything done in their life, is when they took their energy back and put it back on themselves. And on paper, because we live in this world where everyone is doing so much and posting so much, and it just looks like, it seems like every single person in the world has everything figured out and they're just living an amazing life. You might feel this way, because I've felt this way for so unbelievably long. Everyone looks like they've figured it out, but the people who actually make long-term progress towards their spiritual development, towards their physical and mental development, are the ones who are extreme. They're the ones who take time to cultivate what they actually believe in, regardless of the external world, regardless of external situations. They're the ones who spend time in almost like this sanctuary that they build within themselves. And physically, on the physical level, this can even look like going away to like a cabin. I've lived in the rainforest my entire life, and I've lived in this little cabin basically my entire life. And I used to have this belief that I was somehow missing out on life just because I lived in quite a secluded area. Like, if you know anything about Australia, basically there's a lot of nothing. There's not much around. And so I was born deep in the rainforest here, as you can see behind me. And I used to like reject living here. I used to reject the idea of like being isolated from the world and like not living in a city and not doing all these things that I see everyone online are doing, especially as, now I'm 26 years old. And it's like, I don't party, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I have the most boring life you can imagine, but I feel the most at peace. And it took me so long. It's so weird because it took me so unbelievably long for me to just come to the realization that what I have here is actually a testing ground for my future, for me actually becoming the man that can hold all of this stuff that eventually will come into my life. And this is what they say about, God withdraws you from the world. Life asks you to go inward and gives you a period of isolation to develop you, to make you feel at home in yourself before you go out into the world, before you take action, before you do anything. And if you don't recognize this, then it's very easy to fall into suffering. It's very easy to get into this mode where you start to believe that you're missing out on something, like FOMO, fear of missing out. You're not missing out on anything. If you're in a period of isolation right now and you don't feel like you want to hang out with your familiar friends because they're pulling you down, or you don't feel like you want to go and do this soul-sucking work and you just want to be in yourself and focus on working out and doing the things you love, just like I am, don't feel guilty for that. Never feel guilty for that. You should never ever feel like you're somehow behind in life just because everyone is doing all of this external stuff. Because the chances are, most likely, most of the time, all of these people that you see that are partying, traveling, doing everything they want to do, all these people you see are doing so much in life. At the end of every single event or at the end of every single thing they do, I can almost guarantee that they wish they had more peace. They wish they weren't hungover. That they wish that they actually had people in their life that genuinely care about how they're doing from a soul level. Not just like a, how you doing? Oh yeah, I'm good. No, that's so shallow. And that doesn't get anyone anywhere. And this is the thing I don't like about Australian culture. Just a little side tangent. If you come to Australia, if you're from America and stuff, I can understand that they do the same thing. But if you come to Australia, the way you start a conversation is, how you going? And then the person will say, I'm good. And then they'll say, how you going back? And you go, yeah, I'm good. And then you just stop talking after that. Like if you're at a checkout in the grocery store or just in general, like it's so weird to me. It's never sat well with me. Anyway, I digress. Back to the point of care. Make sure to care about yourself. Make sure to give yourself the grace and the compassion, even if your life doesn't look that great right now, even if externally nothing is happening, because life is preparing you, is preparing your spirit, is preparing your soul, and is grounding, your roots into the ground. It's life. God is requiring you to be in this isolation, to be extreme with your energy and to protect your energy from everything that is actually harming you long term. Because if you even think about your future goals, if you even think about where you want to be, ask yourself right now and be honest with yourself. Seriously. Do you think, when you think about your ultimate goal in life, your ultimate dream, do you really think that you can keep entertaining the old energy, the old people, the old circumstances, the old beliefs, the old thoughts, all of this old, stagnant, stale energy. Do you really think you can take this into this? I'm realizing that you genuinely cannot. There is absolutely no possible way to take this old energy into your new life. You have to let the old self die right now in order to be at peace with what is right now, which is the present moment, so that you can cultivate the energy and so you can literally grow into the person that has your dream life. So you can have the ideas that will propel your body towards the actions that make your dream life. Literally, you're able to grab it. You're able to physically grab it. So you can rewire your unconscious mind. And this isn't easy, but you will feel the most at peace you've ever felt in your life. And maybe just maybe, you'll start waking up earlier and you'll start seeing little synchronicities that occur. And you'll start meeting people that you never thought you would meet when you are extreme, when you withdraw from the world, when you stop taking your external situation so seriously. I can guarantee you that you will be given opportunities and you'll be like, where did this come from? And it's because God is literally like, finally, you've placed the attention back on yourself. And from there, everything flows to you. Everything just flows to you, because as above, so below. If you feel at peace because you're not allowing the world to pull your energy around, and you're not getting all this FOMO because you're not looking at Instagram and you're not looking at all this social media that's trying to convince you that you're broken and you need XYZ. If you're not doing this, then you'll literally one day wake up and be like, oh, I feel so at peace. And from that place, everything flows to you. Seek first the kingdom of God, and everything else will be added unto you. I cannot believe that I grew up genuinely atheist in this way. I don't necessarily call myself like a Christian, but seek first the kingdom inside of you. The kingdom of God is inside of you. The spirit that lives within you is asking you. I feel like I'm literally like receiving something. It's kind of weird. Is asking you to be in your own energy, to be in yourself. And you'll find that after a while, what will happen is all of this stuff that used to pull you around, you don't get fazed by it anymore. And you'll go onto Instagram and you'll look at everyone doing what they're doing, and you won't feel that incessant need to be like, oh, I'm missing out. You won't have that same bodily reaction that you previously did. And it's because you let all this old energy die. It's because you made the decision that you genuinely can't take all this into your new life. It's not possible. You might think it is, but once you let all this old energy die, man, life just feels so grounding, and it feels so good, and things just come to you. I'll end this 4 a.m. rant, this unbridled rant here, but if you enjoyed this video and you got any value from it, leave a like and maybe considering subscribing. It's completely free. And I'll see you soon. Take care of yourself.